I meditate to relax in all situations. I am peace.
There are three areas critical to the success of the Black community in Africa and the African diaspora. They are culture, education, and economics. In this video series, we continue to examine issues and concepts related to creating a culture to develop self-love, which those who care about the Black community may examine and consider. Again, let's define culture. We must define it because most of us have wrong ideas about culture. We think culture is the music we listen to, or the style of clothing we wear, or our celebrations and holidays, or whether we eat with a fork, knife, or spoon, or with our hands. Those things and activities are not culture. Culture comes from the word cultivate, which is related to the domestication and growth of plants. Culture is like a gardener who cultivates a young plant by tying it to a stand for support, putting it in a certain location, and watering it. The gardener does that to foster the growth of the plant to become tall and strong, so it does not grow bent and crooked, so it does not become a weed. The gardener does this with labor, care, and study to ensure that her plants are the best. Culture is a system to cultivate and civilize people. This is done by tying people to universal laws and standards of behavior based upon a foundational premise: do good, do no harm. So people will grow strong, not bent and crooked. If you care about the children, women, and men of Black communities, you will use labor, care, and study to make sure that they are at their best. Tie yourself and your people to the universal social laws called the guiding principles of peace and unity. This is how your ancient ancestors built advanced civilizations that lasted for thousands of years. Many of us admire the great pyramids and temples, universities and libraries, agriculture and industry, vast cities and wealth created by us in the past. But what is most important for you to understand is that those achievements came from our advanced social organization. Social organization based on universal laws. That is the secret that the pyramids represent. That is what is important for Black people and communities to understand today. That is what the guiding principles of peace and unity will help you do today and forever. Currently, Black communities are living in varying levels of social chaos, poor health, economic stagnation, because we are holding on to conditioned behaviors from slavery and colonialism. It is these conditioned behaviors which have destroyed self-love within us and within our communities. By rebuilding your culture based on these universal laws, you will revive self-love and bring order, purification, health, and progress to yourself and Black communities. With the guiding principles of peace and unity as a foundation, culture will, 1, prepare you for life. 2, foster your growth. 3, improve you as a person and a community. You can always download a copy of all the guiding principles of peace and unity and their violations at our website, thegppu.org. Today is our first discussion of the universal law called I am peace and its role in creating a culture of self-love and civilization. Your physical health and your success at everything in life depend upon you meeting life's experiences and situations with inner calm and stability. That is what I Am Peace asks you to do. Scientific studies show that uncontrolled emotions and related physical tension destroyed health and destroyed performance in all areas of life. Recall some of your own life experiences and situations in which you responded with emotional tension called anger or fear, shyness or sadness, jealousy, or the legion of other names that we give to tension emotion. Many times your emotional responses to those situations and experiences did not reflect what was needed to manage them productively. In fact, you will remember and realize that they decreased your performance, damaged your health, and often created failure or were destructive. Now recall a situation or experience that others around you were reacting with fear, anger, sadness, etc. But you were calm, had clarity, mental clarity, and brought an answer, solution, or right action to that situation or experience. That is the response you must cultivate habitually to create life success. Science says that there are productive ancient and contemporary techniques to manage the tensions and emotions that arise in response to even the most challenging life experiences and situations. That is what the universal law called I Am Peace asks you to learn and do. So, we must do what science says will help us manage and even eliminate tension-based emotional responses to life's situations and experiences. What science has rediscovered are actually our ancient practices, which we lost during the destruction of invasions, slavery, and colonialism. So what does science tell us about these ancient practices? Science research says that psychological management technologies like meditation, yoga, and qigong are effective to help you strengthen your overall health. They also help you reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. Studies show that these technologies also help people manage pain, encourage brain growth, and prevent Alzheimer's disease. And that is just a few of their benefits. When these technologies are combined with the health and healing information from our I Am Strength lessons and videos, you will have powerful tools to use for your physical, emotional, mental healing and the healing of Black people and communities. In fact, these tools, when used proficiently, will help shield you and strengthen you against the oppression that we often face. Just as important, using them systematically and institutionalizing them will help you develop self-love and civilization. In future lessons, we will go more deeply into the practices that support the universal law called I Am Peace and the solutions that those practices provide. Watch the following video. It's called The Healing Power of Meditation Breathwork. It will show you how to create a culture of self-love based upon the universal law called I Am Peace. You can watch our previous videos at the Guiding Principles of Peace and Unity on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Do good, do no harm.
I Am Peace Award nominee Yusuf bin Ismail on the healing power of breathwork.
Qigong focuses on the development of the qi to the point of healing the body and realigning the body. So it's extremely intense, although you just think that we're just breathing. However, when we elevate our breath, you're elevating your existence, you're elevating the self, the frequency elevates, right? So, like I said, you'll see things that you would not have seen before. You will be able to discern things that you weren't able to discern before.